Hi, I'm Kat, and today I'm showing you part two of how to make this grand piano. As I said before, this is a gift for somebody, so it's actually very detailed. The lid folds up in two places, the support wand works, the music stand works, the lid over the keyboard works. So any of these things that you wish to use on your own version, of course you don't have to make them working, you can just glue them in place. So this is the piece of the lid that I reserved from before, and I took a small piece of a pick stick and cut off little small pieces to put on either side of where the keyboard would go. You can glue those in place, and then I took that reserved piece and painted it white. And while the paint was still wet, I just kind of etched in the lines with my knife. There's no need to cut all the way through the wood, you just want to indent through the paint. Do that on the front and the side. And then I used another piece of pick stick that I cut into 1/4-inch pieces. And each one of those pieces I cut into thirds. It was a lot of fun. Then, after you finish cutting those pieces, go on ahead and paint them black and put them to the side to dry, and in the meantime you can put the ivories in place. Cut off any excess, but you want to make sure you have a tight fit. Then you can start putting in the black keys once they've dried. I'm putting them in groups of 2, then 3, then 2, then 3, and on to the end of the piano. Now a normal piano has about 88 keys. This one does not. And of course you can feel free to make yours as scaled as you'd like. And then for the lid, I used a little bit of leftover balsa for the top, and on the very front I used the coffee stir stick. I glued those together. I went on ahead and painted every difficult to reach piece. I drilled a hole through the side of the piano and then used a piece of wire to make a simple hinge. I like to reinforce the sides with a little bit of super glue or wood putty, and that just makes sure that nothing falls out. And then I'm using these other pieces of balsa. Now these are both rectangular shapes, and I took the larger one and made that into little cubes, and this is going to be for my legs. And then the smaller one I cut into 1.5-inch pieces and glued two of them together. I need 6 total in order to make 3 legs. And then I'm tapering this from a square to a round end. So I just used my file and went all the way around, knocking off the corners. This looks like it's a lot of work, but it's really not. It took me about 3 minutes per piece, so 9 minutes total. And then I had 3 sets of spindled legs. And then you can glue those on top of the wooden stumps onto the bottom of the piano. And then for the support wand, I'm using the tips of a coffee stir stick that I drilled through. Then also a toothpick and 2 matchsticks. Cut off the end of the toothpick and file down the other end. Then you can glue that between the 2 matchsticks. You're going to need to test this against the lid of your piano and make sure that it's not too long. And once you have the length the correct way, you can go on ahead and drill a hole through the bottom of both matchsticks. Then sand it down. Use a coffee stir stick that you've cut the tips off of, and measure this to fit inside of your piano. This is going to become your music stand. So just drill holes on either side, and I used a little scrap wood to make a music stand shape on the top and glue that in place. Then I painted these pieces mostly black because they're going to be in hard to reach places and I don't want to have to fool with the black paint later. Feed a wire through both ends of the matchsticks and the end of the coffee stir stick. And you can pre-paint them like I said and just glue them in place. For the music stand, you want to feed a piece of wire through the side and connect that to the music stand just as you did for the keyboard lid. And then for the foot pedestal, I built a simple little Roman numeral 2 shape, and I'm basically just using coffee stir and popsicle sticks on this, as well as 2 matchsticks on either side. Then 3 equal lengths of wire, and glue them in place. And then I'm using the bottom of some coffee stir sticks, the rounded part, to make into simple petals, and 2 toothpicks that I've angled off. These are going to be the 2 support wires at the bottom of the piano. For the stool, I'm using the end of a super jumbo popsicle stick and some scrap pieces of popsicle sticks that I've been saving. Also, a small piece of foam and a leftover piece of Christmas ribbon for the red velvet. Glue the foam to the inside of your fabric, and I cut this in kind of like a plus shape, and I'm then just going to go on ahead and fold all the edges over. Clip them in place and allow them plenty of time to dry. And then once that's complete, you can glue that right inside the tray that you made for the bench. We're in the home stretch now, so just paint your whole piano and the stool black, or whatever other color you choose. And I had to use 2 coats. I just wanted to make sure it was covered thoroughly. And then do a coat of glaze. And that's it. You're done. Thanks so much for watching part 2, guys. Bye.